Yeah, I've already did it. I've done it twice. I'm going to do it again, maybe forever.
I think this year's loser is going to be Sam Good.
Who do I think will lose? Marcus.
Who's going to lose? Marcus.
Marcus is going to lose. I'm pretty confident he's going to lose. He's not good at fantasy football.
After the draft, how confident are you with your team for this year?
Supremely. I'm going to kick everyone's ass no matter what.
Commissioner's notes, commissioner's notes, commissioner's notes, commissioner's notes, commissioner's notes, commissioner's notes.
The Commissioner's Notes Podcast.
Hey. It's official. Episode 1, Commissioner's Notes, Season 2. We back, bitch.
Well. We've got teams. We've got players.
Got teams. We spend all off season thinking, praying, hoping, wishing for the right boys on your team. You strategize. Then you get to the draft and everything is off the table and you're just going off straight off instinct. Welcome back, man. It's Commissioner's Notes Season 2.
Yeah, I had a plan going in. Did I stick to that plan? Not really.
Me neither. I was certain I was walking away with certain players that I was not able to walk away with. This past weekend was the biggest draft weekend of the year. Statistically, the most amount of people in the world did their fantasy drafts last weekend. We're here to break it down and also potentially offer some advice for those of you that are drafting this upcoming weekend.
Yeah. I don't know about my team. You know, I hoped that I would feel a little bit more confident after the draft. Feel kind of lukewarm. I don't feel bad. I've got some great players, but it doesn't feel complete. It doesn't feel whole.
Doesn't quite feel complete yet. Now, if you are a return listener, we're doing things a little bit different this year. That's right. We're talking real fantasy football this year. We're not just going to talk about the league, our league at large. We're going to talk about the NFL. We're going to talk about news and notes, things of that nature. But to get our feet wet, Klug, I said we got 2 specific things we're going to talk about today.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing that we're going to talk about today is sleeper picks, specifically. Things that we should have been talking about already, and we have in our own personal lives, but we should have had it on camera. I think this should be a year-round podcast. Klug, I said, hey, come prepared with a sleeper this year, pal.
Mm-hmm.
Someone that's under the radar, flying below the radar, that at some point here is going to be flying well above the radar. Caleb, talk to me. Give us your sleeper pick of the entire league, the entire season.
I'm not sure I can call it a sleeper at this point. A lot of people are talking about him, and obviously since Brian Robinson Jr. was traded to the 49ers.
He still counts as a sleeper.
His role is a little more prominent. We're talking about old Bill Krosky Merritt. Bill Krosky, we're going to call him Bill Krosky Merritt. He's a rookie. He excites me. He plays for the Washington Commanders, and he's got at least a chance to be the starter, if not splitting time with old Austin Eckler. He got him for cheap, got him for $3. The other fellas either weren't interested or didn't have enough money. It's really up in the air.
His pre-draft value was $5, which actually was shocking to me. I thought he was going to be one of those $1 players.
It's a $2 bargain I got.
Well done.
Feels great.
If I had enough, I would have stolen him. I wanted him. I was eyeing him the entire draft.
Well, you didn't. You spent too much money, and now he's on my team, my sleeper of the year, old Bill Krosky.
Do you think he takes over the starting job in Washington?
Yeah, I think at this point in his career, Austin Eckler is probably a little bit better as like a third down back.
Are you worried about Jeremy McNichols?
Nope, never not worried about him. He similar role to Eckler, just good pass catcher, dynamic, but I don't think he's the full-time guy.
I like Bill Krosky. I don't think that Austin Eckler loses his starting role as RB1 on that team. I think it's going to take Bill Krosky a year or two. Obviously, Austin Eckler is not the answer of the future, but I think Bill Krosky is going to come into like a 1B role by the end of the season. I don't think we see a ton of him week 1 through probably 4 or 5. I think eventually he's going to get there, though. I think you got yourself a long-term solution, pal.
Well, I think you're wrong. I think he's a short-term and a long-term solution. So
Wow.
suck it.
That's awesome. Shout out to Bill Krosky. Went viral on Twitter.
Yep.
He went mega viral on Twitter because of the Fantasy Footballers podcast. They're talking about all the things he could do. Like I said, Bill Krosky can unscramble scrambled eggs. Bill Krosky drove his mother home from the hospital on the day he was born. He like retweeted that, and then it went mega super viral. I think he's like gained a ton of followers overnight. I think he was probably very confused about why everyone was tweeting him things that he can do, like unscramble scrambled eggs.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is. He's a modern day Chuck Norris. Shout out to Bill Krosky.
On my team, baby.
Krosky Merritt goes by Bill. Nobody exactly knows why. Shout out to Bill Krosky. My sleeper of the year. We're going to New England, pal. He's a rookie, another rookie, 2 rookies as our sleepers. Pretty good. His name's Kyle Williams out of Washington State. He is nothing jumped off. I think the reason he's flying under the radar, he flew under the radar. None of his like draft metrics really jumped out, but dude just has an absolute nose for the open parts of the field. He knows how to read a defense. I think his football IQ is off the charts. Everything that I've seen in camp, he has been toasting everybody. I think the Patriots desperately need someone young to come in and develop that rapport with Drake May. And I think that if you believe in Drake May, which so much of the fantasy community does, you can't help but believe in Kyle Williams. Because at the end of the day, even if Stephon Diggs has a decent year, Stephon Diggs, it's been many, many years since he's been the player that we got accustomed to him being. I think that Kyle Williams is potentially a long-term solution for the New England Patriots at wide receiver. I think that Drake May is going to have a great year, and I think that Kyle Williams could make an impact literally day one. He's going to be out there. I don't know if he's going to be playing too much slot or if he's going to be playing on the outside, but he was cooking all the best DBs last year, including Travis Hunter. That's right. Kyle Williams had 7 balls against Travis Hunter. Guess how many he caught? 7, including a touchdown, which Travis Hunter was absolutely torched. We're talking about Heisman winner Travis Hunter. I think that if you have any faith in Drake May, you need to have faith in Kyle Williams. I think he's an absolute talent. I think he's a stud. And I think he, like I said, he's going to have an impact day one. My sleeper for the entire year is Kyle Williams. I snagged him for $1 towards the end of the draft. I was a little bit desperate, spent a lot of money up front on quarterbacks. We'll get into that. My sleeper is Kyle Williams.
All right.
Do you like it? Do you hate it?
I don't know. We'll see.
Don't know.
I know nothing about him.
You have nothing to say.
I'm going to have to see him play first, Marcus.
Hey, we're going to have to see. Now, Klug, look at our waiver wires. Who the hell is on our waivers that should not be on waivers in general?
Zach Ertz. He's a prime recipient of those nice Jaden Daniel passes. He's a little old, but he's a great vet. He catches a lot of touchdown passes. I'm surprised he's on waivers.
He's got a great quarterback too.
Jaden Daniels, baby. I miss you.
Do they have other tight ends that are competing for targets, or not that I can think of?
They might have I don't know who else they have. They have Ben Sinnott, who's a second-year player, but he didn't make much impact.
No, not year one. I think Zach Ertz is a great choice. My choice for person who should not be on the waivers, if I had room for him on my team, I would snag him, but I have even one less spot since I scooped Spencer Rattler today. Spencer Rattler named starting quarterback of the New Orleans Saints. I scooped him just in case. What if? You just never know. There's not a lot of starting quarterbacks in the league. When one's there, you got to scoop them up. My pick is Mr. Rashad Bateman. Now, Rashad Bateman is a name that I feel like I've been hearing for so many years. Caleb, how old do you think Rashad Bateman is?
26.
Rashad Bateman is 25.
Ooh, close.
Rashad Bateman is very much in his prime. Not only that, Rashad Bateman just signed a 3-year extension with the Baltimore Ravens. Last year, Klug, how many touchdowns do you think Rashad Bateman scored?
Couple.
9. He scored 9 touchdowns last year on a dynamite Baltimore offense. I think Rashad Bateman is primed for another incredible year. I think that Rashad Bateman is going to get a lot of those touchdown opportunities. I think him and Mark Andrews are going to lead the league in passing catches, or touchdown catches, I should say, from Lamar Jackson. If you like the Baltimore offense, which how could you not? I think that Baltimore has shown they're committed to him. He's a part of their long-term plan. And I think Rashad Bateman's going to have a dynamite year. For whatever reason, he's not being taken. I think it's a name that you feel like you've heard for so many years. You actually have not. Rashad Bateman is 25 years old. He's sitting there. If he is on your waiver wires right now, I would throw something at him. If I didn't believe in Kyle Williams so much, I would have probably picked him up already. But he's sitting there. He's going to be a touchdown hawk. He's competing with touches with Zay Flowers, who is not a touchdown guy. Zay Flowers, when it's those red zone situations, Zay Flowers just doesn't have the size. He's not somebody that's going to go up and get a jump ball. That's Rashad Bateman. So if you believe in the Ravens, you believe in Lamar, you believe in John Harbaugh, I think that Rashad Bateman is a clear answer as waiver wire target. So check your waiver wires. If Rashad Bateman is there, go ahead and throw a few bucks on him, man. Do it.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
I don't know.
What do you disagree with?
I don't know. It's a very run heavy offense with the Baltimore Ravens. You got Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry,
But it was that last year too.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Someone's catching touchdown passes in Baltimore.
I think it's going to be a Mandrews bounce back season.
I think Mandrews finished really strong last year, but he is not necessarily in the prime of his career. I think Rashad Bateman is that dude. Like I said, he's clearly a part of their plan going forward. So big Rashad Bateman guy over here. Now, Klug, this past Saturday, we had our fantasy draft, which, hey, round of applause. Round of applause. Sam Good absolutely nailed it this year. For those of you who don't know much about our league, we're in a 14-man 3/4 PPR, which is the only 3/4 PPR I've ever heard of. You know anyone in a 3/4 PPR?
Nope.
That is specific to the Jeepers Keepers League. It was an incredible time. The spread was outstanding. Jimmy showed up despite it was the fact that it was his fiance's birthday. It's a shame that his fiance's birthday is sorry, not fiance, wife. They got married. My fault. That's my fault. That was a slip.
Yeah, you were a groomsman there.
Yeah, I was, and it was a great wedding. We had an incredible time. That happened between the last time I was here and right now. But let me tell you what, unbelievable time. It's a shame that Allie's birthday is always going to be like around draft time. But everyone was there. Rami was there. Kyle showed up, which nobody expected Kyle to show up the entire time.
Even though he told all of us that he was showing up.
Everyone was shocked. That pastrami that Kyle cooked and flew with was something else, Klug. Talk about the food for a second.
Yeah, there was a lot of meat. Had some grilled chicken, some grilled steak, and just a egregious amount of pastrami that Kyle brought from Seattle. Thank you, Kyle. And a very nice salad from Anjan, Sam Good's wife. Yeah, it was a lovely meal. I ate way too much. I was uncomfortable when I was trying to sleep later, but
it was great. We did run out of beers and seltzers rather early. That's okay. Trevor brought Japanese whiskey, and we had an incredible time. Now, before we started this podcast, you will have seen the before footage of everyone getting interviewed. After we wrap up here at the end, make sure you stay tuned to the end because we have the post-draft talk from all the people. Obviously, this league is all-inclusive, and there are media obligations that we have.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think everyone responded well to the media obligations?
Yeah, we got some personalities here, so
I think it's a beautiful thing. Now, Klug, talk to me about the draft. You told me the other day you were uncomfortable because everyone was blowing their money on what?
Quarterbacks. Just top-tier quarterbacks. The drop-off for prices for quarterbacks was substantial and very abrupt.
Very abrupt for sure. In fact, we had a league record-setting price paid for a quarterback. It wasn't Jamar Chase. It wasn't Bijan. It wasn't CMC. It wasn't Justin Jefferson. It wasn't any of these people that you would generally associate with a super high ticket. Who was that person, Klug? Talk to us.
Josh Allen. Having a great year. Yeah, $85 for Josh Allen. That's it's an absurd price. I think the highest I paid for any player on my team was $35. So shout out Trevor for putting a 50 burger on my price. But $85 for Josh Allen is insane. He also kept Lamar Jackson for $41. So in total, he used 70% of his budget on quarterbacks.
2 players, which is crazy. Because generally, I know Trevor as a very frugal GM in the league. He doesn't like to spend his money, but he went all out this year on Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. His team name is now Allen Jackson.
Shout out Allen Jackson.
Which is incredible. I think that's a great strategy. I think just for the name alone, it was probably worth it. But at the same time, Josh Allen is a monster. I think he is probably the best quarterback in the league, followed closely by Lamar Jackson.
Yep, he's got a nice 1-2 punch. The rest of his team, questionable. But, yeah, $85 for Josh Allen. I really wanted Josh Allen. I was excited to know that I was going to be able to bid on him going into the auction. Not for that much.
Caleb, you had one guy in mind for the draft, at least as far as quarterback, and it was Bo Nix.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted him bad. It was no secret.
Yep.
All of a sudden, he was off the table. But you still left with Bo Nix. Talk us through that.
Well, Ryland kept Bo Nix for $5. It's great value. It's a great keeper. I was mad. I thought he was going to keep Brock Bowers for $8. He didn't. He kept Bo Nix. So I sat there thinking to myself, wow, I lost out on Bo Nix. And then the thought came to me pretty immediately is that Ryland drafted him. And Ryland, if we know anything about Ryland, it's that nobody, and I mean nobody, on his team is safe ever. He loves to trade. He does it for fun. He does it for pleasure. He does it for business.
For sport.
It keeps him going. It's pretty much the only thing you can expect from Ryland, a bunch of trades. So I offered him Michael Penix Jr. and Trevor Etienne. Got Trevor Etienne for a very cheap price. Didn't really want him on my team, so I packaged that with Mr. Penix Jr., and I got Bo Nix.
That's amazing. And then there have been trades that have occurred. League hasn't even started. Season has not started. Does not start until September 4th. But there's been trades. People are trading out here. Have you, other than draft night, have you been engaged in many trade talks? And if so, tell us about that.
I wouldn't call them talks. I keep shooting trades at people, and then they're like, no, I don't want this person for this reason. And I'm like, thanks for your time. Nothing substantial. There's I definitely wouldn't mind another tight end on my team. I got David Njoku, and I love David Njoku.
Come get Kyle Pitts, baby.
I don't know that I have anything I want to give you for Kyle Pitts.
But you like Kyle Pitts.
I don't mind Kyle Pitts. I think he's got quite a bit of potential, and I think he's in a better situation with Michael Penix Jr. than he was with Kirky Cousins last year. But I don't know that I want to give anybody on my team to you for Kyle Pitts.
Fair enough. And I don't think I want to trade Kyle Pitts. I think I'm going to sit and I'm going to hold. I've been engaged in a few different conversations. I threw a bunch of offers out today, all which were rejected. Not all immediately necessarily. And I've had some thrown my way. Jimmy is really after Bijan Robinson. Jimmy offered me Deebo Samuel and Isaiah Pacheco in exchange for one Bijan Robinson. I just don't know that. I just don't know. The thing is with Deebo, we don't know what we're going to see. I think with Bijan, we know what we're going to get. I think the Falcons are going to be a fucking monster this year. I think Drake London is a top 5 receiver. I think that Kyle Pitts is a top 10 tight end this year. You heard it here first. And I think Bijan Robinson's the number 1 running back in football. So I'm going to go ahead and hold on to those assets while I have them. I think the biggest problem with my team is I don't know what's going to happen with Emeka Egbuka. You were a fan. Talk to me about your feelings on Emeka Egbuka.
Well, everything we hear from camp is that he's a rock star. Chris Godwin's not going to be back for a while. And they also lost, I believe, Jalen
McMillan with the neck strain.
So, yeah, he's, if anything, he's in a prime position to succeed. And everybody has just very nice things to say about him. So, I don't know why you wouldn't buy into the hype.
I want to. Rookie wide receivers day one is hard. I just feel like he's going to emerge probably 5-6 games into the season, let him get comfortable, but I don't think he's a day one impact player. I think he's potentially a league winner by the end of the season, and I think he's an awesome option for keepers and things like that moving forward. I'm just concerned as rookie wide receivers don't always burst onto the scene on their first appearances.
I mean, if you're that concerned, you could always trade him to me.
We'll talk. I really don't want to. My team name is Emarcus Egbuka.
I think you could do better, pal.
I think Emarcus Egbuka is an awesome name. I threw some trades out to Ryland to get Jamar Chase.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to have Jamar Chase so I could be Jamarcus Chase. I think that is like the best name for me.
I could give you Jerry Jeudy, and then you could just be Judge Judy, and then Photoshop your face on Judge Judy's body.
Who's your special buddy?
My special buddy this year?
But who is your special buddy traditionally? Anthony Richardson?
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And you don't have him.
No, he's expensive. I never have him at the beginning of the year. I'll get him. I'll trade for him at one point during the season, but he's too expensive for me to buy early. He knows I'm coming for him though. It's like when you got a really expensive dog and it like ran away from your house. It's like you're gonna find it back. You're gonna find that.
You hope it's not always the case though.
It is always the case. It's the
who
last.
has him right now, Bryce?
I don't care. I don't care who has him.
Somebody has Amon-Ra St. Brown. I want to say Bryce because he's the Lions fan. He does have Jared Goff, but it might not be him.
Could be. Doesn't matter. I don't care who you are. I don't care who has Amon-Ra St. Brown on their team right now. I'm coming. I'm coming back for my sweet buddy. We're going to be together again. He's going to be on my team by the end of the season. Mark my fucking words.
Something that happened today, brand new breaking news. Breaking news is that Spencer Rattler was named QB1 of the New Orleans Saints today over Tyler Shuck, I think is how you pronounce his last name.
Sounds right.
That means DJ, our good friend DJ, who banked a lot. He has 2 players on his team that aren't starters, which are Tyler Shuck and Jackson Dart. He's got Trevor Lawrence sitting there starting. So I was trying to help DJ. DJ said, meh, I think I'd rather just play Tank. Who's the Tank?
Tank Bigsby.
Tank Bigsby at my OP slot, which is just a massive disadvantage. Quarterbacks have the ball in their hand the entire game. More opportunities for points, more opportunities for touchdowns than Tank Bigsby, who could very well be in a timeshare right now. I offered him Patrick Mahomes and Spencer Rattler and Roma Dunze for Trevor Lawrence and who's his star receiver? Fuck.
DJs?
Yeah.
Yeah, just look it up on your phone, pal.
Let me just do that real quick. Oh, Puka Nacua. Puka Nacua and Trevor Lawrence for Patrick Mahomes, Spencer Rattler, and also Roma Dunze. He said, meh, I'd rather start Tank Bigsby in that spot, which, like I said, is already putting you at a massive disadvantage. I did my best to help. He said no. And that's okay. You know, that's how the game goes. DJ, best of luck to you. I hope it all works out. I hope Tank Bigsby puts up quarterback numbers on a week to week. I just don't think he's going to.
Could be. You know, I kind of get where he's coming from. I gave him 2 quarterbacks, starting quarterbacks. Spencer Rattler was really, really bad last year.
And one was a clear upgrade. Trevor Lawrence and I'd even do Baker. You could take Baker.
So let's just view it in that lens. You got an upgrade, Patrick Mahomes over Trevor Lawrence. Yep. You get Spencer Rattler, who might be just useless.
It's just a second quarterback, starting quarterback.
I wouldn't start him though. I don't think you'd feel comfortable starting him. And then you got to downgrade a receiver.
But he felt comfortable starting Tyler Shuck.
I get you, DJ. I get you.
He felt comfortable starting Tyler Shuck.
Well, Tyler Shuck had a little bit of potential. We haven't seen what he's done yet. We've seen what Spencer Rattler did last year, and we didn't like it.
Over 1,000 yards last year, 4 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. It wasn't great. I think it was like 130 out of 250 attempts he completed last year. I think Spencer Rattler is the right decision for quarterback 1. I'm not saying he's going to have a good year. And like I said, I'm not banking much on him, but when a starting quarterback becomes available, he's on the waivers. He's for free. I can pick him up right now. I had to do it. I dropped Tyler Algier, who was my Bijan insurance.
Somebody's going to grab him. I guarantee it.
Doesn't feel good. But you got to do what you got to do. We'll see. Now, Caleb, before we wrap up here, you did draft Breece Hall, and there was a lot of blowback. People were pushing back on you on that. Talk to me a little bit about Breece Hall and where you think he's going to fit in this year.
I've had Breece Hall for 2 years in a row.
He won you a championship.
He did. He's been a great performer at times. rather inconsistent last year. Didn't have a good year last year. We'll call it a down year. He's also in a bit of a timeshare now with young, impressive Braylon Allen.
Who's on whose team? Mine, bitch.
But he's still Breece Hall in my eyes. So when the opportunity arose to draft him for $22, I just couldn't pass that up. I didn't necessarily want him on my team because there are some negative aspects to his game this year. We covered with the timeshare, and he's got a rushing quarterback in Justin Fields.
Correct.
Not a perfect situation, but he's still Breece Hall. So $22, I thought I got a steal. Everybody roasted me for spending that much money on him, which is crazy in my eyes because last year at the draft, if you had the opportunity for Breece Hall, you're spending upwards of $60.
100%. A lot of motion, man. Trades are flying all over the place. I've put a bunch of trade talks on hold just until we can see what week 1 looks like. Week 1 is obviously not this week. It is next Thursday. Kicks off the NFL, which is a long time. Next week, we're going to go more in depth into what everyone's teams look like. Right now, there's too much motion to get into that. This is more of a draft recap sort of an episode. But stay tuned, man, because this year, again, we're going to go pretty heavy into fantasy-specific stuff that you can take into your leagues and hopefully use. We've been in this league now for nobody knows exactly, but I think it's over a decade. Loser has to get the Allen Jackson tattoo. I've got 2 of them. Winner wins a shit ton of money. This year, depending on the bets that hit, season-long bets, there's like $6,700 on the line. It's a blast, man. Fantasy football is the best. That's why we do this. Shout out to Harry Mars. It's season 2 of the Commissioner's Notes. I think that's about all we got for this particular episode. Klug, you got anything you want to wrap up with?
Nope. Yep, $6,700. That's great. I can't win it. My brother handled the buy-in. He gets the reward. If I win, I'm just in it for the pride. But yeah, happy to be here. Happy to try and beat the shit out of all my friends again.
Next week, we'll go into the bets. We'll go into the teams. We'll cover any news and notes that happens between then and now. But from us here at On Mars Studios, it's Commissioner's Notes Season 2, baby. What the fuck is up? Also, follow at Commissioner's Notes Pod.
Interact, like, and subscribe, I guess.
Interact, like, subscribe, comment. What's up, Juliana? Hopefully you're tuned into Season 2. We love you guys. Thank you for being here. And now a short video of the post-draft interviews. Sayonara.
Bye.
First question, what is your name? And
Right. Okay, go on.
My name's Sam Good, and I won everything.
Clint Evans here, won Manager of the Year 2024. Don't forget it.
My name is Bryce Smith, and I think I got the worst player to trade with. I'm trying to avoid expensive superstars and spread money through the whole roster versus putting massive percentages on one individual player.
Nominate players that I don't want and don't spend more than 50 on anybody. We'll see how that second one goes.
There goes my $50 max per player.
That's insane. We're gonna spend $100 on our first guy.
I'm gonna throw up.
82, I think. I had to spend up, but you gotta go get your guys.
You got to get your guys. Simple as that. What is my confidence level? I don't know, 10?
There's one white man in the NFL that I need on my team, and it's Josh fucking Allen. I've done that too many times. Ryland has done what I've done too many times. Yes, we're a decade in. If you don't think you can do it, get out.
I won it 2 years ago and I lost by 3 points last year. I'm pretty much a staple in the championship and I'm going to be there again, and I'm going home with that bracelet.
I know I have what it takes to win this year. These guys have no idea the storm that's brewing over here.
Oh, I'm gonna win the championship. 100%.
All right, I think there's 3 ways to win this league, and 2 of them are luck.
It's a game of luck, and I could draft like shit. People could say I'm a fraud, and I'll still come up on top.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, anyone does, but I'm smarter and better than everybody, so it kind of helps.
If anyone tells you that they've won for any other reason than luck, they're lying to you.
Put some motherfucking respect on my name.
I feel great, man. I did exactly what I said I was going to do.
Great success, honestly. Really feel good about myself. I just let my spirits kind of take me and spent $85 on Josh Allen.
I pretty much nailed it. It was perfect, and I'm going to win.
Do you plan on trading before game 1?
No, my team is perfect.
Lie in the grass for a while, watch your prey, and be ready to swoop when the price is low.
Supreme confidence. I don't see how anybody in this league is going to beat me this year. My strategy's impeccable, and I'm due. I'm due for some wins, man.
I think my track record speaks for itself. Last year was an outlier. I think the whole league was lucky that I was absent for the draft last year. And I think this is a get-back year for me to remind people who the fuck I am.